So let's step into Photoshop. Let's see how to do this. Alright, so I'm going to click on Control N as usual, and then I'm going to set here to pixels. I'll set here to 2000, and I'll set the height here also to 2000, and then I'll set the resolution here to 300, because I'm not sure whether I'm going to print it. The client is going to ask me to print it or not, so I want to give it full resolution. When it's time, I'll just convert it to inches and then just hit it. I'm going to call it prophetic flyer, and then I'll click on create. So the next thing is, let's give it some guard layouts. You know, I always design with guard layouts. 6 here, 6 here, 0.3 here across, and then I click on OK. Now we also want to start first with the background, and with the background I'm going to pick this one. Now if you all watched my previous video, just I think right before this one, I used this same background again, and I want to use it for this particular one as well. Alright, so what you want to do is you want to keep it, so you want to make sure it's in the middle here as well. Better align like this, that way the middle here falls in the middle here like this. It makes it center aligned and very beautiful. Now we also, because we're going to put text on it and stuff, I do not want all these stuff to be showing, so I want the white to be coming out, and then the dark side should always be invisible. Okay, so I'm going to use level for this one, because I want to make it as white as possible and just leave a little bit of the details in there. I'm going to set here to 0, and this place I'm going to, let me drag it here and see. Let me drag it here and see. So I'm going to leave it around 1.94. You could see that let's see, so you can see that it's making it quite whiter. That's what I want. Let me drag this one here as well. Let's see, I'll leave it around 247 as well, and it looks better now. Alright, so let me also go in there and then bring my eagle. I'm saying my eagle as if I own the eagle. Alright, so something like this. Alright, I'll drag it somewhere here. Now also, as you can see, the eagle doesn't really blend well with the background. The first thing I want to do to make it blend with the background a little bit is to reduce the opacity here to 41%. Now it blends there a little bit, okay, but not that well. So I'm also going to give it a level as well, clip it to it, also to make sure that the white comes up nicely in there. So I'm going to set here to 0, and then over here, let's see. Alright, so 2.48 is quite better, and then over here, let's see how it's going to be like. .201 is quite good. So you can see the eyes are there, but the whole thing is quite blended in the whole background, and that's how we want it to be. Now we can put it in a group and then call it BG. Well, we are done with the background. Now let's bring in our prophetic crossover in there. Now if you all want to see how I created this 3D prophetic text, let me know in the comment section, and then I'll see what I can do about it. Alright, also guys, you can see I do not want the eyes to be missing in action, so I'll go back to the eagle and then move it. I want the eye to be in the middle of the whole thing like that. You see, it makes it quite cinematic and interesting. Alright, maybe I'll come back and then work on it more. I think so. Click over here, Control T, and then maybe let's resize it more. Okay, alright, so I also do not like this one. I'm using 2 color scheme because of the logo or the brand of the church, and so it's orange, blue, and then a little bit of white and black. So I want this text to be orange, and so what I'm going to do is first to give it a hue and saturation, and then I'm going to clip it to it. Then I'm going to fidget with these, let me push this one all the way here or something like that. 100% here. Let me just fidget with this one and see which one I come up with. So 65 I think is good. I'll leave the lightness as the same, but then I like this orange. I'll keep it like that, and then I'll also come here and then give it a curve, because I feel like, the contrast is not that much, and so I'll drag this all the way here, and then all this side I'll drag it up a little bit, and then I think we are good. So let's see, you can see the difference in there, but then let's clip it to it. So I also clip to the text alone. Let's see the difference. So you can see that it's really popping up nicely, and that is what we want. And then maybe let me give it one more layer. Click on my brush tool, come back here, choose soft round brush, make sure the hardness is 0, the opacity and the flow here is 100. Come here and select color white for it, click OK, and then make sure your caps lock is off here, and then increase the size, and then hit here. Nice. Now let's do it this way, and then let's put it somewhere here, and then let's hold shift and or depending on the version of Photoshop you are using, then somewhere here. It's not bad. Now I think this is great. Now I can put it in a group, and then I would call it prophetic crossover. Okay, the next thing we want to work on is some few text over here as well. So 20, sorry, and then over here let's just do color. Let's see, which color should we even use? Let's use 1C0719. okay, now let's come here. We are going to set it to Montserrat here. It's not too pronounced, so let's use extra bold for it. The font size here I think is too big. Let's use 13. Alright, and then the tracking here, let's set it to this. Let's make it quite bolder over here as well, and I think that is it. Now let's zoom in, and then let's move it somewhere here. Now I want us to click here, right click it and choose the ellipse tool, hold shift, and then just draw nice ellipse, and then let's just click it and let's choose any orange color here. Okay, let's choose this one too. Let's see, I think let's choose that one. Well, we can always come back and change it, so yeah, so I think maybe I'll pick that particular color and then drag it underneath it, and then this one, let's make sure it's in the middle of it. Or what we can do is, well, where's my, let's drag this one here. Yeah, let's click on it, and then let's select this one, and then let's just click here and then click here. Alright, so now it's in the middle of it. It looks quite better. Let's duplicate it, and then the one underneath it, let's bring it down a little bit more. Okay, and then let's name this one. Let's see, which one is this? Let's name this one 22. 22, and then let's see, maybe let's drag this one rather up. Now over here, let's double click it, and then let's go to stroke, and then the stroke here, let's choose color white. Alright, now we are choosing color white because I want it to blend nicely with the background as well. Okay, so let's choose color white for it. Let's go here, color white for it. Okay, and then the stroke or the size of the stroke over here, let's set it to 15. It's too much, right? Let's set it to 10. Okay, let's set it to 10, and then let's click on outside over here, opacity here to 74. Click on OK. Now select the two of them, and then let's drag it down a little bit more, and I think we are done with that particular one. Let's put it in, let's call it 2022. Alright, so we are done with 2022. Let's also bring in some few text over here. So I'll click here, come here, and pick dabbed, and then paste it there. Also for dab, we are going to use Montserrat again, let's set here to medium, and then let's set here to 13, and then the tracking here, let's set it to -20, and then let's make sure this is off, but let's make it all caps over here. Yes, and then let's click here, let's choose this orange color, and then let's pick our rectangular tool and draw a rectangle around it. Now let's double click it, the rectangle, and let's choose 1C0719. okay, drag it underneath it. Okay, now you want to hold control and click over here. The rectangle is going to be selected. Now click over here as well, hold control and click here as well, and then click on your move tool, and then click here, and then click here. That way it is aligned nicely. Control D to deselect it, and then click over here, Control J to duplicate it. Now you all can see I like working with shortcuts a lot. Okay, I don't know, but I love working with shortcuts a lot. Click here, and then make sure this is selected. Alright, now let's go and pick double grace. Double click it and then paste it there. Now for double grace, let's say everything is still the same, okay, with the exception of this one. You want to click here and choose 0081FF, okay, and then also we want to make sure here is bold, stands out nicely. That is all. And then let's Control T, Control H. We want to make sure it's in the middle here, because we are trying to keep everything middle aligned. Now even the crossover, let's make sure it's middle aligned. Oh yeah, I can see it's middle aligned, right? It's middle aligned. And then 2020, let's bring it quite closer to it. Okay, but we are not yet done. Let's add some scriptures to it, because the client gave me a scripture. It's one of the clients I really love working with. He's a very good guy. So let's put it over here, and then we are going to use a font I believe I've never used before. Let me type here KVE KAV. Alright, so I'm going to use this caveat regular. Let's set it to bold. Right, you all can see it, understand. Let's click here, let's choose this color. Let's see whether we can see it. It did not even come. Let's pick it again, Zachariah, and then paste it there. Alright, so now it's showing now. Alright, so we are still using, like I said, we are using this, but we don't want it to be in caps, so let's click this one to hide it. Now let's work over here. That's the font size. Let's make it 15, and then still here should be -20. We want to keep the tracking -20 throughout. Like I said, we don't want it to be caps, so I don't know why it's still caps like that. And then let's make sure it is also middle aligned. Let's drag it up a little bit. We could put it here, click on the move tool, or we could also keep it somewhere here. Now that all depends on you. Okay, I think I'll keep it here like this, and then this one I would keep it in the middle of both like that. What do you think, guys? You are the graphic designer, so you own you are the original creator of this, so how you want to put it, you can do it like that. I think I'll do it like this. It's not bad, right? I'll put it in a group and I'll call it dabbed. Okay, now I need to keep some text over here because it's a 3-day program and he gave me 3 days, so I need to make sure I put it over there as well. I'll type 3 over there. I like to use Montserrat font for this. I think this particular flyer I used 3 fonts, so I'll use Montserrat for it. I like the way the 3 is over here. I'll set it to bold over here. Let's boost the size to 30, okay, because I want the 3 to be very visible. If possible, you can even keep 31, and then here -20 over here as well. Let's make it bold as well, and then let's click over here. Let's choose 6A0826, and then okay. Let's drag it down a little bit, duplicate it, and then move it here, and then let's pick days, and then let's paste it there. Okay, let's make sure that 3 is deleted. Okay, now for the days we might change the size a little bit. Okay, so for the days let's choose 23 for it, and even here let's choose medium for it as well. Let's drag it up and then drag it closer to it a little bit. Okay, but here's the thing, we want to create a little design. So what we are going to do is, let's push this here. Over here, let's pick this. Make sure caps lock is off. Click here, click here, click here, click here, and then click over here. Make sure this is selected. Click over here, double click it, click on invert. Alright, now the days, let's push it closer a little bit, and then let's make sure it's also middle aligned. Control H, it's middle align of everything. Okay, so you all can see this falls there nicely. I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it, I like it so far. Let's add join us to it, and then we'll close that particular group. Okay, so join us, paste it there. Now let's zoom in a little bit. Join us, we are going to still use Montserrat for it. We are going to use semi-bold over here, semi-bold over here for it. Let's keep it quite smaller because we don't want it to take too much attention. So 8.3, the attention has to be this and this. Join us is not really that important per se. Okay, so let's set here to 500. Okay, all right, and then over here let's keep the same color. Control T, Control H, and then let's keep it here. Nice. Okay, now let's also see, I think perhaps we might have to take this one off. We don't want it to be too pronounced. All right, and then let's close this one, and then after that we'll bring our logo. Let's call it 3 days, but let's bring our logo as well. This is our logo. Let's drag it here and release it here, and then drag it here. Okay, I want it to be from far. Let me see how it looks like. Perhaps I should send it up a little bit more, and perhaps join us should also follow a little bit. Okay, I think this is great. Let me add join us to this one rather. Then let me call it logo. So we're done with our logo. Let's bring our image in there as well. This, drag it in there, then drag it here, and then let's resize it. Let's drag it up a little bit more. Okay, I think this is great. Now the prophetic, I think I should reduce the prophetic a little bit more, and then let's see, drag it up a little bit more. Awesome. And then the dabbed, let's send it up a little bit more, and then maybe the image, let's bring the image down a little bit more. So I think this is great, but the face looks quite dark, so let's give it a curve and clip it to the image. Now once we clip it to the image, it becomes easier for us to work on the image alone. Okay, so I'm going to set here to 0, and then over here, let me see, okay, 1.45 I think is great. I'll leave this one the same, and then over here make sure this one is clicked, and then you click on Control I. Right, so now it goes, click on your brush tool, set here to color white, and then make sure caps lock is off. Target only the face and click on it. That way the face looks great, you know. Now you can put it in a group. Let's call it image. Awesome. Also let's bring the name as well, and the name is bright, SZO. I'll paste it there, and then I'll come here, and then if I let me zoom in, you know why? Because I want to pick this color, pick that color. That is what I want to use. Click on my move tool and then move it here. Open my character panel, and then we are going to use Montserrat as well. Let's use bold for it, and then let's set here to -20. Great. And then let's set here to 9, and then let's move it somewhere here. Duplicate it and then move it up. We are going to use rev for it. Paste it there, and then move it somewhere here. Now let's go up a little bit. We will click here, and pick the orange color. Awesome. And then duplicate it again and then drag it here. Now this, we are going to pick host. Double click it and paste host there. Click here, we are going to use taken by vultures, VUL, taken by vultures. Let's see. Let's use this one. And then taken by vultures, we need to boost the size a little bit to get what we really want. So over here, let's use 30. Let's see. Awesome. Let's click here. Let's set it to 1C0719. We're going to choose this particular color, and then click on your move tool and then drag it closer to it. Alright, so and then maybe let's drag it underneath it. Let's see. Okay, so let's put everything in the group. Let's call it name. Now guys, remember, keep your layers and your things over here organized, really important. And then let's go over here. I want to keep the numbers over here. So for enquiries, contact 020 000 000, and then let's click here. Let's set here to color black, and then we also have to set here to Montserrat, set here to medium, set here to this to 10, and then let's set here to 500. Okay, Control T, right click it and then rotate counterclockwise, enter, drag it somewhere here, Control T, Control H, you want it to be in the middle here. Okay, now I don't like the way all this is in capital letters. It doesn't make it look nicer. So let's do for enquiries, contact. Now it looks great. Let's drag it up a little bit more. Now it looks great. And then we also need to bring in our location somewhere here and some few details here. So the location, I'm going to pick this all the way to here, and I'm going to type here. Let's drag it somewhere here. Open our character. How are we going to work on this? Let's use Montserrat again. Let's use bold here. Let's set here to, let's say 8. Okay, and then here to -20, and then here let's go here to properties. Where's properties? And then here let's set here to 8.46, enter. All right, 8.46, and then double click it. The topmost one, let's select the topmost text. The topmost text, we want it to be caps. Awesome. We also want it to be orange. Awesome. And then that is it. Now the one down, let's select it. We're still maintaining everything, okay, but then we want it to be white. That is all. Let's come here, let's select this, and then let's pick it from here all the way to here. Drag it down this one, double click here, and then let's pick black. Awesome. Now let's zoom in. We're going to put more things over there, so it's very important that we zoom in and bring this one down like that. Now guys, you can see it is left aligned, so you can see it here like this. This is how we want it to be. Okay, now let's put it on the group. Let's call it contact. Alright, so let's close this one. This is different. Alright, so now this one again, let's duplicate it and then bring it down, and then let's pick this and paste it there. You want to open this one and make sure this is off, and then over here you want it to be 4.5. Awesome. Here let's set here to 200, and then let's make it color white. Okay, so there's a lot of things going through my mind right now. Let me open it again. Let me see. I want to be sure there's medium. And it's legible. I want to, that means that I need to reduce this to 0 or maybe even 60, and then drag it all the way here. That way I can come here and bring this in there. And with this one I have to click here, click on the white here, right click it, and then click on select inverse, and then click over here, and then over here click my brush to choose a hard round brush, and then make sure here is color black. Okay, color black, and then clean it. Okay, and then let's click on convert to smart object, Control T, and then let's hold shift and resize it and drag it here. And then let's push this one in there. So you see, now it is good. Now let's push this one all the way here. Let's push this one all the way here. And let's put it in a group, and let's call it location. And then let's drag it. Yeah, let's drag it closer to him like that. Okay. If possible, let's reduce this a little bit to maybe on 95, 90 something. And the next text we're going to bring is somewhere here. So you want to click over here and then pick that and paste it there. And then you want it to be let's click here. We want it to be curvy. We want it to be regular here. We want it to be 10 over here. We want it to be 20 here, and then we want it to be like this. Let's see. We want to zoom in now. You see, I can't see it. I can't see it well, but it's all good. Alright, it's all good. And then let's middle align it. And then Control T, make sure it's in the middle. Control H, yeah, as well. Let's push it somewhere here. Let's zoom out. Let's see. Now here's the thing. You see, even this, the image is not in the middle. We don't want that to happen. Okay, so click on our image, click on the name. Let's enter. Click on the image, click on the name, click on the location. Control T. Move it until the head falls in the middle of everything. Then now we are good to go. Pick this one. Control T. Also make sure it falls in the middle. These are little tweaks, but trust me, they go a long way to help you. Alright, so drag it underneath it. Now we can see it clearly. Okay, so the join us, like I said, we want it to be 10. Maybe let's make it 12. Okay, and then here let's go here to the leading. Let's make the leading maybe around 12 as well. And then let's make sure it's middle aligned. Now this one, let's also make sure it's middle aligned. And there is too much space, and so let's just bring it down a little bit. And then let's leave it like that. Maybe we just have to reduce it 90 something as well. And that means that we'll have to make sure this one is also alright. So let's put it in a group and let's call it join us. Now I feel like this is great so far. There's also another information we need to put in, that is the date and then the time. The date and then the time. So let's click here and then let's pick this one and then let's paste it there. And then I don't know which, let's give it a temporary color now so that at least we'll be able to see what is going on. Okay, now we are not going to use Caveat for this, we are going to use Montserrat for this. And so let's go here, let's use Montserrat and then let's set here to 11.2 and then over here let's set it to -20, and then you're going to use a different color for it anyway. So let me see, let me click here. Okay, so we are going to make it medium as well for now, medium. And then let's select this side, let's make it bold. The contrast there is quite better. Duplicate it, bring it down, and then let's pick the time and then let's paste it there. Okay, now this one, the PM here, we are going to make it medium as well. Okay, and then let's zoom in. You want to make sure it is over here like this. Let's go here, let's click over here, let's bring it here, and then this one too, let's click over here, let's bring it here. It's very important that you do that. Alright, so you can put it in a group, and then we can call it 30. Alright, now duplicate it, bring it down. We're going to call this 31st 1 ST 31st. Duplicate it again, then bring it down. Okay, we're going to call this first Shan. Okay, and then let's call it first one. Now we are going to put all these in a group, and then we are going to call it date time. And then right click here, pick any of them, just draw something like that, right? Something like that. Drag it underneath it or inside it. Come here, drag it underneath it. Okay, now it's time to work on the details of everything. Okay, so let's open 30 here. We want 30 here to be white. Okay, nice contrast. Okay, we want 31st also to be white. We want 1st January also to be white. Awesome. Nice. And then we want to also start bringing, let's shift the 3 here all closer. Let's move it all closer here. And then here I want us to do something a little bit different. Click here, and then here make sure this is chain here is off. Set here to 90. Set here to 90. You're gonna have this shape. Okay, and then let's click this, and then let's a very thin line, thin one. Okay, let's set it to color white. Let's zoom in. Let's bring it this way. Duplicate it again. Bring it this way. And then maybe the one underneath, let's bring it a little bit here. I think this is great. And then let's drag it in there like that. Let's click here again. Let's choose this, and then let's set let's choose the polygonal, right? Let's set here to 3, and then a new layer, and then make sure it looks like this. Okay, double click it, and let's choose the orange color, and we want to move it here in between them like that, in between them like that, in between them like that. Now these are little tweaks, but we are just doing it to, so these two need to give it some stroke, just a mild one, stroke, white here, and then let's set it to maybe around 3 or even 1. Okay, let's see, the same with this as well, stroke 1. Okay, and then what else? I think we are done with that one. We can close it now. And also let's bring in some extra touches over here. Now guys, a word of advice: if you want to create a very big banner or signboard, I would advise you don't create this like this, because people from afar are not going to see it. But if it's going to be handbills or flyers and stuff like that, I would advise you use this, okay, because the date and the time are quite smaller. If it's a billboard or signboard or maybe a banner, people cannot see this from a distance, so that's going to be the disadvantage of using this as a banner. Make sure the date and the time are bigger. The date and the time are very, very important as well. So this is done. Let's bring in some extra touches. Click over here, and then let's create this, and then double click here, make sure it's color black, set it here, duplicate it, and then bring it here as well, and then duplicate it, and then bring it here as well. Yeah, let's put it all in a group. Let's call it extra, And then one more thing, click, oh no, let's not use solid color. We want everything to pop up, so let's use gradient map. And then the gradient map, let's click here, and that is all. Click here, use soft light for it, and then the opacity over here, let's set it to 60, and then that is it. So ladies and gentlemen, this is how you create something like this. If you love this video, please hit the bell icon and subscribe to this channel. I love you all guys. See you in the next video. If you're interested in making a purchase, okay, click over here, seller over here, click on it. It will lead you to my seller website where you can make the purchase. There are various bundles and packages that I have that I think you might be interested in. Okay, now if you want to save time, I have my Christmas bundle over here. You can click on it and see the kind of offer that I have over there. If you don't want to spend much time, you want this package for yourself, please feel free and then just get it for yourself and for anything that you want to do. So you see, can see all the stuff over here. You can see all of them over here. Very high quality stuff. And then also this is the graphic design, the famous graphic design blueprint over here. You can also make the purchase over here as well. Now this is the best selling flyer ever, 200 flyer packages volume 2. It's selling like crazy. You can make purchase of this one as well. Now if you're asking, am I not going to get some of the flyers in here and some of them in here? No way. These are flyers, you're not going to find them in any other of the packages. Okay, they are exclusive. Now this one is any flyer you see on my YouTube channel that you think you are interested in, you want the PSD file. Once you make the purchase, you have complete access to all PSD files in my channel. I don't think I should make it a lifetime, right? Maybe I should make it like every 2 years or every year. But well, that's something we can discuss later on. But every flyer on my YouTube channel, you are going to get it over here as well. So YouTube channel, 200 flyer package, graphic design blueprint master class, and then this for Christmas. Get it and then enjoy it. I love you all guys. See you in the next video.